Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your sex and relationships monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Pisces, and this is for September 2015. Um, just so you guys know, I am going to be back using my regular Shadowscapes deck in just a couple weeks for my mid-September videos. So don't panic, okay? If you guys are really looking to find out what's going to happen, at the end of September, that's, or sorry, the last 2.5 weeks in September. Stay tuned for those. But I really just want to do these videos with using the Decameron deck, and that's the deck that I'm using here. Because they're so much fun, and I thought, there's all this stuff going on the internet about the blood moons and the eclipses and what's going to happen, and I just wanted, to lighten up the mood for September. Crank out a bunch of really fun videos for you. So I've already laid out a spread. Just so you know, the disclaimer here is that this deck is for people who are 18 or older. This video is going to contain erotic, sexual content, language, nudity, and this is just not for the faint of heart, okay? So yeah, so just if you're looking for a regular, astrology video that's a regular deck, this is not the one for you. For those of you who can handle it, feel free to continue watching. So now Pisces, I did shuffle and I did lay out a spread for you. And the first deck, the spread's very interesting actually, but the first card in the deck is this card, okay? And you can see it's a guy who's looking out the window or looking through a doorway or peeking in on somebody, okay? It's the equivalent of kind of like a peeping Tom almost, or somebody who's kind of has their eye on somebody. You may have your Pisces in September. You may have your eye on somebody. You may be really keeping your eyes peeled for that person. You may want to approach that person, but you may not know really how to. So you may be a little bit shy. I feel like Pisces, I guess this goes for guys and girls. You may just be a little bit shy in September. This is in the heart of the reading. This is like one of the main themes. So in the beginning, I feel like in September, that's kind of where you're at. Again, this is wanting somebody, seeing somebody that you like and wanting that person. That's like the main thing of the card. But let me read the card what it says. It says wanting what others have, but not knowing how to go about it, okay? Courage is needed. Don't be shy. This is a shy guy who should try to date more and who would make a great partner who's faithful and loyal, but may wish to experiment before settling down or committing to one person. This can also indicate a woman who envies others' joy and ability to have sex or be in a couple, okay? So this is, again, looking out, seeing, maybe what others have and you not having that and wanting that, but not really knowing how to go about it. Maybe, in Pisces, they're a little bit more passive when it comes to making a move or taking a stand or being proactive. The key word for you for September is be proactive as much as you can, Pisces, because the only way that this is going to happen to manifest your desires, if you were wanting a relationship, is to kind of do something about it. Whether that's talking to the person you have your eye on, asking them out, whether it's going out and meeting new people and asking one of those people out, putting yourself out there, okay? Because it's sort of like, you're behind the curtain or you're behind the door and nobody sees you. Nobody knows that this is what you want. Maybe this is what you want deep down, is you want a relationship, but you may be shy. You may be a little bit shy, and you may not know how to go about really getting what you want. So what's crossing you, though, it's really a great card. It's one of the best cards, is the Lover's card. And you can see, you know, she's holding onto the tail of that cat, right? The cat's going like, what's going on? And they're just kind of late. They're lazy. They're lazy because they've been having sex all day and all night, and they're taking a moment to pause, but they kind of keep going. It says, and I wrote, perfection. It says to do it so many times you become high. This is being high on love, on sex. To love someone so much, you want to have sex all day and all night. This is to sleep so well and to feel content. And I drew all these like little hearts and hugs and kisses. So yeah, this is that. Maybe this is what you want. For those of you who, you know, are single, this is what you're looking for. You know, for those of you who are in a couple, you know, this also may be what you're looking for. This may be what you want, okay? A lot of times these cards show what your desires are. This may be you're soon to be in a very, very, I want to say, loving relationship. Because to me, this is love. This is love and sex, and it's just like it's just having a lot of sex too. The lovers, you know, the lovers don't stop. They kind of keep going. Like I said, okay, then this makes me think of, okay, to define sex and fucking. Okay, so I define it this way. You know, fucking is where, you know, you kind of just go at it like a jackrabbit, pow, 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 and then you're done. And it doesn't, and it ends, okay? Or you do it maybe twice like that, pow, 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 pass out, and then pow, 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 pass out again. That's really all it is, okay? That's it. Sex is when you do it in like 15 different places, all over the house, on the couch, on the floor, on the wall, in the bed, in the bathroom, over a period of like many hours where you don't really stop, you know, you just kind of keep going. You may have oral sex, then you may have actual sex, and then you may have oral sex again, and then you may take a little nap, or you may do like a little massage, and then you have sex again, and it's just continuous. It's a continuous kind of flow. And the thing is Pisces are, I want to say, the best at this flow, okay? Because they know how to kind of just keep going, but not like it's not like, you know, they're constantly like doing it. It's like they do it and then they kind of take a little moment to enjoy it. You know, it's like that. You know, they're really really into it. Okay, and then they may do it some more and then take another moment. That's sex. It's intimate. It's sex. It's like the full on, and that kind of thing can go on for many hours. And by the time you're done, when you know, done isn't like just after you finish, you know, orgasming. Done is when you're literally so high that you can't think about anything else and you have to pass out because you're high. You may become high the following morning, or you may be high 3 hours into it, but at some point you're going to be really high. It's just because you've had so much sex and because you're so into it and you're just putting everything into it. So I think about this card, and this is also, you know, guy going down on a girl, you know. There's an obvious reference to the cat and pussy, right? So in my mind, this is a guy going down on a girl too. But to me, the lovers is the whole ball of wax. It's guy goes down on girl, girl goes down on guy. You know, fucking, or not fucking, I shouldn't say it, having sex all over the house. Kind of constantly, continuously, until you really have to stop. Either because you become really sore and you're really tired, or because you're really high and you're exhausted. You know? That's kind of how it is. So there's a difference between, again, fucking and sex. And I think this is where this is what you want, either what you want or you're getting it or you're soon to be getting it in the future. You may have a lover. Also, this is where you may have a lover or want a lover. And personally, and this is just my opinion, everybody should have experienced a love affair at least once in their life. That's kind of how I see it. But then, other people think, well, that's really taboo and it's not appropriate. The problem with love affairs or cheating is that it's not that fact that you're loving somebody else. It's the fact that there's a lot of lying, deception, and stuff involved. So, anyways, that said, the foundation here for you is in the distant past. You have this card, okay? And this is, I don't really particularly like this card that much. You can see it's a priest, and he's got this, nun or whatever servicing him, giving him a hand job, okay? And the card, to me, is really about being a hypocrite in love, okay? This is someone who likes getting all the attention because they were not given love and attention as a child. This is to lord power over someone, to use sex as power like a trade. This is sex in a marriage that is what I call a legal form of prostitution, which can also indicate actual prostitutes or call girls, or there's a relationship where there is no emotion in sex at all. It's turned into an exchange of services. Okay. This is a really tough, intense card. Okay, and for this to be the foundation, or at least what was going on in the distant past, I feel like there's some problems. You've had some problems in relationships, Pisces, where there was someone. It might have been you. It might have been your partner who was, treating the relationship or the sex in the relationship like it was an exchange. Okay. And I'm sure, everybody has their own idea of what they want in a relationship. So if what you want in a relationship is to expect, a guy or a girl to provide for you in some way, as long as you give them a blowjob or a hand job or sex or whatever else, in exchange for these things, that's what you want and you're entitled to doing whatever you want. However, to me, that's not a marriage. A marriage is not an exchange of goods and services. It's not an exchange of, I give you a blowjob if you give me $2,000 a month as an allowance. Some people do that, and it works for them, but this is a negative, I see this as being a negative card, because this is not where two people are really engaging in the act of love. I feel like this is what maybe you're in currently, or you were in a marriage that was like this. You still may be married. Some of you may be still married. Some of you were married. And this is what your, one of your, this is like an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend or something, where this is what they're like. That's how they see it. They see it as, you provide for me, and I give you sex, or I give you a hand job, or I give you a blowjob. And that's not a marriage. That's not a partnership. That's not, in my mind, what true love is really about, or what marriage is really about. And I feel like you really want this. This is to me what you want. And you may have taken, because of this causes problems. Okay, so this causes there to be a big, and for Pisces, this is a major problem. Okay, this is not just a small problem. This is a huge, huge problem. Why? Because Pisces is a very emotional sign. It's a water sign. For Pisces to be in a relationship where their partnership is like an exchange of goods and services, it's a legal form of prostitution on the guy or the girl's part. Okay, doesn't have to be the girl is doing this or the guy is doing this. It could be either or. Okay, this is where there's some fundamental issues. There's gonna be some fundamental problems in a relationship like this for you, Pisces, because you need an emotional connection. You live for the emotional connection. You live for the romance. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Pisces is the best in bed. And the reason being is because they know how to have sex. They know they flow the best. Okay, they flow from like one thing to the other, and they put everything into it. Whereas like, you know, other signs, they might not, you know, because they're looking for different things. Pisces really puts its all in. And so for you Pisces, for you to have these two very different cards, with the Lovers is like, it's not about, this to me is not about, I give you this if you give me this. No, she's all in. He's all in. That, you know, they've been up all night. It's not about money. It's not about, you know, room and board. It's not about survival. It's not about you doing for me, who's working, who's not working, what someone's bringing to the table, what somebody has to offer. It's not about any of that. It's just wanting to be together. And coming together and having this amazing sex. And so, to me, they're very different. I feel like this is what either you've been in, and you're soon to be out of, or this is what you're still in, and what you will be in the future is this, and what you want is this, and they're very different. So I feel like if you're in a relationship that's like an exchange, it's just, you know, it's become mechanical. I say the words mechanical. It's just mechanical. It's not like real bonding, real connecting. It's just, you know, that's all. That's it. And so if you're still in that, I feel like you're going to be getting out of that. But you have to take the action steps to do it. Because you're not going to just be given this Lover's whatever person opportunity. Well, I mean, you could have a lover, but I feel like this is a relationship. This is someone you don't want to stop having sex with. This is someone where you want to have sex, like, it's like constant. It's like every day, you know? This is the kind of thing where, you know, you give them a blowjob or whatever once a month, you know, and they give you allowance, okay? This is that type of relationship. You know, and I don't personally believe in those relationships. Some people have them, okay, and that's fine. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not making a judgment here on that, but I am saying that in order to have the Lover's card, in order to have this Lover's type of relationship, it's really complete. You're not going to be able to you're not going to want another relationship. You're not going to want the mechanical relationship. It's going to be all consuming, is what I'm trying to say. The new relationship, I feel like, is going to be all consuming. So anyways, in the recent past, you have the Ring the Bells card, okay? You can see she's totally, you know, there's all these like little marks around her, so I think of her as like a bell, and of course there's that cup there. There's thinking of the bell, upside down the bell, and the ringing of the bell is the orgasm, right? And so I wrote, oh yes, this is the card in the recent past, okay? So this is, oh yes, hot, passionate sex, satisfying for both partners. This is a great time. This is to get off on each other, to be totally into it. This is a honeymoon that lasts. This is orgasmic sex. This is multiple positions, sex that works and flows. This is you, Pisces, okay? It says doing it in more ways than one, to have sex. It's interesting, this is what I was talking about. On the floor, on the couch, in the bed, in the kitchen, on the wall, rather than just fucking, and there's a difference. And this is exactly what I was talking about. So it's so funny that I said that. So that's, I'm glad that I already talked about that, but it's interesting those cards are linking up. So yeah, that's either what you want or what you currently have. Okay, maybe you got out of this relationship and you're in this other one where there is this sex that just flows. And if you don't have that, I feel like that's something you want, and I feel like that's something that you're going to be having because you're going to be looking for that. Now, this is a really funny card. This is what's crowning you. And it's really funny. It's, you can see this older guy who is giving it to the girl in a doggy style position. And it says, giving into your wild desires, not conforming socially. This can be an older man with a younger bride, okay? And this can also indicate a woman marrying for money. This can indicate a man's need for control in a relationship. This says, we want a woman to take it from behind from time to time, which she will do happily. This is a man who will like to be in control, but secretly wouldn't mind you taking the reins from time to time, or you giving him a spanking, okay? I think of this as just really mainly, to me, it's mainly about, you know, kind of being a little bit wild, getting a little bit buck wild, having that animal side come out in sex. That to me, this is also like, really about an older man with a younger woman. It could be an older woman with a younger man as well, okay? In some instances, but to me, this is like an older man with a younger bride. Some of you may have just gotten married. Because there's these two cards that are really lining up, I want to caution you. I want to say, Pisces, I feel like you may have been, some of you may have been married twice, okay? You may have married, your first marriage may have been completely about like an exchange of goods and services. You may be the Pisces man and feel like your wife, maybe your ex, your first wife, was really all about what you could provide for her, and your maybe your current wife is, married you for your money, or similarly to the first one, really wasn't totally interested in love. Let's just put it that way. But in a way, it's really good that you have this Lover's card in the center. I'm really happy about that for you. Because that means at some point, there is this person that's not either of these other two that's like the complete package. That's really what you were looking for. And I want to say, for those of you who haven't been married, these two cards could represent two past relationships that really weren't healthy, that really weren't equal. There's a lot of bullshit involved. Now Aquarius did get a couple of these similar cards. So you may be in a relationship with Aquarius, but or you maybe have some planets in Aquarius too. This card is, the fantasy. This is two people kind of running off together, deciding to be together. And this is also, to me, about fantasizing. I think about that, they're about to head off and go have sex in the closet, where all the coats are, the coat closet, because they're at this party, they're at this ball, and of course there's a coat closet, or maybe they're doing it, in the basement somewhere, or in the attic of this house, or in somebody else's room, they're kind of running off together. This may be fantasizing about running off with someone or leaving someone. Could also indicate your partner leaving you, or with someone. To me, there's something hidden. It's very interesting. I'm just thinking about this now. So for those of you who are married, I want to say you got to watch out, because I feel like your partner, there may be something going on that's hidden, that's happening at night. This is two people running off together, sneaking off together, wanting to be together. So this may be, your current partner, something going on with your current partner. You got to watch out, because I feel like there's something going on with your current partner. And this is just two people that come together that just want to be together. So they don't care. So it's just like there's this ultimate thing where I feel like this is it's negative in the sense that you normally don't see. Like I hear a lot about, okay, you know, women calling me that are in a relationship with a married man. The married man is not going to leave his wife. Generally doesn't happen. Very rarely. If he does leave his wife for the girl, it's generally not going to be good because there's cheating involved and they don't have a foundation of trust. Okay, so chances are he'll cheat again. You know, he'll repeat the pattern. This, on the other hand, is interesting because to me, this is somebody running off with somebody else. So it could be either the guy where the man leaves the partner, or in some instances, this could be the girl leaving the partner. So if you're a Pisces man, this could be your girlfriend or your wife sneaking off with somebody. And if you're a Pisces female, this could be where either your husband or your boyfriend cheats on you and leaves you for somebody else, or you're involved with somebody who's married and that's where you run off with them. Unlikely, though, that option. Unlikely, okay? Because generally that doesn't happen. I just don't see it, okay? A lot of women want that, but I just don't see it, okay? This is actually more so where I think it might actually be more the girl who's running off. To me, it's more of a girl thing to do. I don't know why. This to me is the running off with somebody else. So Pisces guys, really keep a lookout for this. They keep showing me, my guides keep showing me this movie. It's like an older movie, and it's like one of those, I think it was a British movie where, you know, it took place in like, I don't know, the 1700s or something like that, you know, and these two people, and I don't remember the names of the actors and actresses, but it's like towards the end of the movie, it's almost like, it was like this really great part, actually. I really enjoyed this part. The movie was really slow and tedious and kind of emotionally heartbreaking. But these two people, they meet, and it's almost like they drop everything that they're doing to be together. And it's like their eyes meet, and then suddenly they're running. They like run like for like a long way, and they run and they meet each other, and then they just like run to this like carriage, and they get in this carriage and they just ride off together. And they just kind of, and it's like this race. It's like they're going so fast. It's like they make this decision to be together like in like a split second. It's like their eyes meet. It's just like they know in that moment. And the movie is very melodramatic, of course, but they know they want to be together, and they run off together. So this could indicate also somebody running off and like you not seeing them for a while, like running off and not telling you where they're going. You know, I want to say long distance travel too. This is running off to be with somebody who's not even, like I want to say not even if you're in the United States, this is somebody who's not in the same state as you are, okay? There's some distance, there's some long distance travel. This is also maybe even, I want to say running away from home in the sense of like, excuse me, not, not taking responsibility, and also could also indicate you going to a different country. If you don't live in the United States, this is where you go to a different country. This is long distance travel. A lot of things indicated here. This is coming up with this. I don't know why I'm getting that for you, Pisces, but you know, that's what's coming to me. So anyways, you also have, yeah, some things that are hidden from you. This card about a man or woman going out at night. This card takes place in the night. It's a castle, right? And it says a man or woman who goes out at night to bars or clubs or on dates, okay, who may be cheating at night. If single, this is a person who needs sex at night as they become very lonely at night, okay? So some of you get lonely at night. Pisces, this could be you. Maybe your partner works at night or you work during the day or something or some element. If your partner works at night, you got to be careful because they could be cheating at night with someone, and you're not going to know about it because they work at night, you know. So there's a lot of things that are done under the cover of the night, of the moon, that you don't know about. In the future, you got the orgasm card, which is awesome, okay? And orgasm card is, it says, oh yeah, to want him or her so badly, you have an orgasm just thinking about that. But then the real thing is even more, even better than you would imagine. This is multiple orgasms, coming hard, major orgasm. So this is long, beautiful nights together. So this is another really good card, really another good, great sex card. And that's what the universe is sending you. So despite the fact that maybe you've had these relationships that have not gone well, okay, marriages that have not gone well, I do feel like you're going to be getting it on in September, or you may really want to get it on in September with somebody who is really in it for you, who really is committed to you. And if you're going through this, to me, terrible thing where you find out somebody's cheating, or you find out your partner is doing something at night or with someone else, you know, my heart goes out to you there, because it's really not fun. And it's not okay, and, you know, this is going to hurt you a lot. I feel like it's really going to hurt you. So, so yeah, just know that, you know that it's all going to be okay in the end. It may be hard getting through it, and I want to just say, just let them go, because I don't feel like they were in it for you anyways, okay? If they married you for your money, or if they married you for, you know, in exchange of goods and services, or if they, you know, got together with you because of any other reason besides from love, they weren't right for you, you know? So it's okay that they go. Let them go. Let them go. Sometimes you just have to do that. It's important to learn how to do that. Maybe that's the lesson here for you in September. Now this is a funny card, because I really made this card something different than it originally was, okay? So they have chocolate all over their faces. The guy's like putting all this chocolate all over her face. He's got this bouquet of flowers that I drew, and it says engagement or marriage. This is in the position of attitude, so maybe this is what you're wanting, okay? It says chocolates, flowers, kisses, tantalizing foreplay. A suitor who wants to woo and gets excited about it. To get excited on the first date, to look forward to fun in the bedroom. This says, if married, you need to experiment with objects and food in the bedroom. If single, this can indicate Mr. Wrong or Mr. Right, depending on if you can make it to date 10, and how serious the guy is. If you can make it to date 10 without having sex with him, he will propose, okay, or she will propose. This is the romance card. So I feel like, Pisces, you're looking for romance. You need romance, you know? That's really what you need. Chocolates, flowers, kisses, foreplay, you know, all of that stuff you really, really need. And that would be a great change of pace from what you've been going through, I think. Now, some of you, now this is a very interesting outcome card. Some of you are kind of having this, and I'll show it to you again. This is the cover, actually, of the Decameron deck. Okay, you can see it's a guy, you know, checking out this very voluptuous woman. Okay, very voluptuous. Okay, it says, a beautiful, voluptuous woman who's very tempting to men, even a man who's married or unavailable, whose intentions are strictly dishonorable, as he wants to look and to play, but will not give up his freedom for commitment. Or this is, again, the guy that won't leave, that's married, that won't leave his wife, okay, for you. So if you are a beautiful, voluptuous woman, and you are flirting with a married man, this is where the man's not going to leave, okay? You know, he wants to look, like he wants to look and to touch and to play and have fun and maybe even have sex with you, but he's not going to commit to you. Because either he's already committed to somebody else, or because he's not looking for commitment for whatever reason, okay? So if you're dealing with a guy who's not committed to you, he's messing around. That's all he's in it for, And if he's married, he's not going to leave his partner. I feel like for those of you who, again, going back to this card where there are two people running off together, I feel like it's more about your partner, Pisces. Now, again, this reading is a general reading, okay? General Decameron sex and relationship reading. So this is not going to apply to everyone, okay? What all I'm going to say is, you know, if you're single, I do feel like you have to watch out for players, okay? If you're married, I feel like you have to watch out for your partner cheating, okay? Those are the two main things going on here. And if you are looking for love, I feel like you are going to find it. So I want you to keep your eyes peeled, okay? Eyes open. And stay positive, because I think that, you know, you're kind of going through a little bit of a tough time as far as relationships. I don't necessarily feel like you're totally over your past relationships. So it may take some time for you to get to that point where you're ready to move on, where you're ready for love. But I feel like the universe is really totally sending it to you. Love and good sex, I have to say. Really good sex. The best sex of your life. So keep that in mind. And, you know, message me and let me know what you guys think. If you'd like a private reading, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. Feel free to check out the About section on my YouTube channel for more information about my pricing and payment and schedules. So I wish you guys all the best. I send you big hugs, big kisses. And I will be back again mid-September, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care.